Okay, today we're going to learn about gravity. Okay, we've been learning that forces is anything that pushes or pulls on another thing. Okay, in gravity, whenever you hold something up, and it falls to the ground, things can't just fall and things can't just move. Okay, without a force acting on it. Remember, that's one of the rules. An object in motion will stay in motion unless a force comes and stops it. If this thing is still, it shouldn't move unless a force comes and pushes on it or pulls it. It needs to speed up, and a force has to do that. So the thing that's pulling it down is a force, and that is gravity. Gravity is something that pulls on objects and brings them down to the earth. Well, not actually down to the earth, into the earth. Because gravity is basically how much mass, which is how much matter you have. The more matter you have, the more you pull on things, the stronger it is. And that's gravity. So if the earth was bigger, it pulls on it more. But since the earth is the size it is, it pulls on it not too hard, not too soft. And it pulls it inward into the earth, which is, from our perspective, down to the ground. And other objects do this too. Inside space, the sun pulls and it exerts a force on the earth. It pulls it towards the sun. The sun is pulling the earth towards itself. Now, the reason we don't get pulled in is because we're moving super fast through space. But the sun is pulling on the earth. It's exerting a force of gravity on the earth and pulling it towards the sun. And the sun is pulling us towards the ground. Whenever we jump, it pulls it towards the ground, pulls us towards the ground using its gravity. And just like we had gone over how objects with more mass, with more matter in it, weigh more. And that's the amount of force. Weight is the amount of force that Earth applies. The Earth applies from its gravity on a certain object. It's not the same thing as mass. Mass is how much matter you have, and weight is how much force the Earth is pulling on you with. And the more mass you have, the more force the Earth will pull on you with, right? A piano is going to get pulled with more force towards the ground than I'm going to be pulled with more force. The Earth is not going to use more gravity on me. It's not going to add more force on me. It's going to add more force on the piano because the piano has more mass. It has more things that it needs to pull. And gravity, so yeah, gravity is a force. We know that because it pushes and it pulls things towards the earth. And the more mass you have, the more matter you have, the more force, the more gravity force it exerts on you. And the more gravity force you can exert, the more gravity force you can add, right? That's why the sun has so much more gravity than the earth, because it has more stuff, more matter. So it pulls harder on the other planets than the earth does. And the more mass you have on the earth, the harder, the more force the earth pulls on you with, the more gravity the earth pulls on you with. So, yeah, gravity is a force. Stay in school.